Hey guys, it's Brit, and it's technically Wednesday when I'm filming this, but by the time this goes up, it's going to be Thursday. So this is Thrones Thursday, and we're going to talk about Game of Thrones, specifically the trailer that dropped today, Wednesday. So I'm sure that by the time this video goes up, it's Kyle's Fookin Chickens and Talking Thrones will have already done amazing breakdowns, so I will link their breakdowns in the description below. Go check those out if you want really good breakdowns. This is just going to be me talking about my thoughts on the trailer itself. First of all, there are things that I love about this, and there are things that I don't understand why they were included. My favorite part in this trailer is probably not what you were expecting it to be, and that is the very beginning with Cersei, and she's talking, and because that's the most explanation that we get, and I really like when trailers give us explanation and not just flash things in front of our faces, because it was really kind of one of those blink or you'll miss it trailers. So I had to watch this quite a few times to get the full thing, like the whole thing. But my favorite part is Cersei and that map. This is the cinematography that got me into Thrones. I thought that shot from the ceiling with the map was beautiful. It made my little film heart happy, and it was beautiful. Beautiful map. Beautiful. Do I want to go on and continue with things that I like? Yes. Yeah, let's get the good, and then we'll go on to the bad. Other things I liked were that scene of Jon in I can only assume that's the crypts with Littlefinger, and he grabs Littlefinger by the throat. I really hope that Jon is the one to kill Littlefinger, just because I feel like that would be right. I just hope that it's not like he doesn't go berserk like he did almost with Ramsay, because Sansa's not there to stop him. And I think if they are in the crypts, Littlefinger does not have the right to die in those crypts. I want him to drag Littlefinger out of those crypts and then beat the shit out of him until he dies. Sorry. I got a little violent there, but I mean, I'm a Greyjoy. I can't help it. Just ignore this Stark symbol right here. Really, I'm a Greyjoy. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Littlefinger is not worthy to die in the crypts. That's reserved for Starks only, and I consider Jon a Stark. I mean, he's way more Stark than Targaryen, and if you're watching this, I sure hope that you know by now that Jon is Stark Targaryen. So, anyway, let's see, what else did I like? There were a lot of things that came out of nowhere. It looks like Dan's big thing that he has been hyping all throughout his YouTube career, where Jon goes to south of the wall to capture a white. It looks like that is going down. And I am so happy for Dan, because Dan at Talking Thrones, because he has been wanting that for the longest time, and he deserves it. So I hope that he gets the payoff that he's looking for. I'm not all that excited about it, but man, just hearing Dan get really passionate about these things, it fills my heart with joy to know that his heart is filled with joy. So yeah, there's that. while I saw problems with it, that scene with the Dothraki and the dragons coming, that was really, really, really cool. Not the most technically well executed in my opinion, but it visually, it's cool. Theon. Theon and Yara were in this trailer. More so Theon than Yara. Yara got a split second of, I guess, sexy makeout times with Lady Samsnake. So, the first few times I thought it was Sansa, and I was like, that doesn't even make any sense. Why would that happen? But then I realized, oh wait, it's not a crappy wig. That's Yara. So, I'm, by the way, Gemma does a fantastic job as Yara. If Dan is correct, I'm going to be very, very upset to see Yara go. Not only because she's the Greyjoy that talks to my heart, but, well, I mean, Theon talks to my heart, but you know what I mean. But if I were a Greyjoy, I'd be Yara. But yeah. There was some weird makeout sessions in this trailer. We got Yara, we also got Grey Worm and Missandei making out. So Kyle will probably be excited about that because he thinks that Missandei's actress is gorgeous. So I'm sure he'll be hyped to see that. And yeah. There were a lot of things that were good about this trailer. I thought that the incorporation of the ships burning and that it's gonna be biased, I know, you don't have to tell me, but that shot of Theon looking terrified and the fire going down, that was cool. I'm pretty sure that was a practical effect. There were probably some actual fires, which is really, really cool. I love when shows get the budget to do practical versus CGI, which is becoming a rarity more and more in Game of Thrones, which I think is really unfortunate. But hey, it's a good shot, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe that shot is Theon diving into the water after the flames, but I could be wrong. It could be it's probably Theon. Also, I want to talk about that arm a little bit. Most likely Jorah, because the grayscale. But I feel like that's really, really obvious. It's realistically it's Jorah, but I want to for realistically it's most likely Jorah because it looks kind of scaly. But I don't know. It could be the Septa, or it could maybe this is a stretch, but it could be maybe Walder Frey, because she only needs his face. So if Arya came in and stuffed his body somewhere, maybe. But really, it's probably Jorah. I don't want it to be Jorah, but hey, it's probably what it is. Now, onto the things that I didn't like so much. There was a lot of flash quick or you'll miss it, and I think that's unfortunate because while we live in the world basically of YouTube and Netflix where we can pause a lot of things frequently, if this had aired on television for the first time and we didn't have the power to pause, we would miss a lot and we wouldn't have that opportunity to go back. But I mean, realistically, we can pause and we have people breaking this trailer down. So yeah, I didn't like the blink or you'll miss it factor. though I do understand why they use it. Another thing, I might get some slack. I'm. How do I say this nicely? Game of Thrones is not very good at CGI. It's not. I'm sorry. If you can tell that CGI is being used, then in my opinion, it's it's not good CGI. Sorry if you can hear the phone ringing. But especially going back to that scene where the dragons are flying overhead, you can tell where they took horses and they copy pasted them all over, and of course, you can tell that the dragons aren't real. And it's a shame because while I understand that they have to make Drogon huge, it really, really hurts them from a visual perspective because he doesn't look tangible. He doesn't look like he's there. He looks like he was computer generated. And that makes me sad. And you could even see this a lot more in season 6, especially with while they used practical effects for blowing up the sept, you can tell when CGI was used, and not just because I watched the behind the scenes footage, but I mean, I have a background in film, so maybe I can spot these things more easily, but especially when after the set blew up and they had the bell fall, that was entirely CGI, which I understand why they did that, because that's to have that actually fall could actually hurt people, but I just felt like it wasn't incorporated nicely. So when I see copy pasted horses, that makes me a little bit worried for the rest of the season because there's going to be a lot of battles, and that means that they're going to use a lot of this copy paste method, and that's going to take me out of it, which is sad because I don't want to be taken out of Game of Thrones. I just want to sit and I want to watch. And theoretically, yes, I could still do that, but my brain is just. It's. I'm very easily taken out by the uncanny valley, and that's just a me thing. Maybe that won't be an issue for you, but that's a big issue for me. And with a show that has a budget this big, I think they could do a little bit better at masking their use of CGI. You know what I mean? The dragons, they can't really help, but the direwolves look great. I wish that all the CGI could look that great, but the probably one of the main reasons why it looks so great is because it's an actual physical being. It's a living, breathing wolf. And all they're doing is magnifying the size a little bit. But with the problem, going back to the horses again, maybe if they hadn't copy pasted the same horses right next to each other, it would have been a little less obvious. So maybe they should have taken other horses and mingled them in with one another, so it's not just a white horse, brown, white. But that's just my opinion, and you guys can feel free to disagree. I also didn't get why they had felt the need to incorporate the whole Yara and Lady Sandsnake make out session for like 2 seconds. I know that Yara is a lesbian, and I mean, yeah, Yara represent, but um, at this point, I think it's just exploitive. But also, hmm, also I feel like they said, well, I mean, and this I don't agree with this, but hear me out, okay? So they've got Grey Worm and Missandei making out, right? Well, they killed off Loras Tyrell, who was gay, obviously gay, and so I think they kind of implemented Yara to kind of get the whole we incorporate the gays, it's okay, which I mean that's cool, and I'm glad that they thought, hey, if we're going to show this romance, then maybe we should show this romance as well. But I think that's that's silly. Just to me, I that shot could have been another more meaningful shot. And Dany's throne looks badass. I'm not the biggest Daenerys fan, but man, that was cool. That was really, really cool. Okay, guys, this is getting really, really long, so I think I'm gonna end it here. Let me know what you thought of the trailer, and until next time, guys, I love you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.